guys, and welcome back. We are now in Abezentel's armory, and I'm seeing a lot of stuff. Not to mention coins. Ooh, Azura's blade. Okay. Um, Call me a fool, but I'm thinking I should probably save for picking that thing up. Because while I probably would also think that I'm probably getting note from Frey. Alright, we're going to save real quick. I'm going to check this note from Frey. Keep the gold, keep the treasure. You'd be surprised how far you can get undetected down here. I simply wanted Azura's sister blade called the Chillrend. You won't find it here or anywhere. I simply wanted to let you know. You aren't the only one with an Azura blade, my friend, Mercer Frey. Interesting. Who the heck's Mercer Frey? Okay, out of character, I know who Mercer Frey is. I also know what Chillrend is. I'm surprised this mod makes sense. It makes a comment of that because that blade was something of interest that had no storyline whatsoever until this point, and I love the fact that the mod took advantage of that. We will find it later. We will also meet Mercer Frey later, and it would make sense that he's been down here. Pain in my rear. Azura's fire, Azura's mark, Azura's blood, boiling blood, cooling touch, Drummer Astronaut, Dormer Guardian, Dormer Knight, Dormer Scout, Dormer Sphere, Dormer Spider, Dormer Warrior, Dormer. I like all the gold gathered around the floor. I don't like the constantly needing to pick it all up. Part of me is just like, just let the gold be. You don't need that much gold. But gold. Want more gold. Ingot. There's an ingot. I am thinking we're getting close to the end here, surprisingly. Seems like a sudden end to this quite interesting story. Although, it does say we're going to Azura's Manor, not the exit, so that is something to be said. Let's put the Ring of Ancients on. And then we can go back to looting. I probably should learn all of those spells if we picked them up. Did we pick them up? Were they in this one? No. Items. Books. Are they in here? Yes, they are. I know I have a ton of these already, but I wanted the rest of them. I think we did that one. Don't think we've done this one. If I miss one, too bad. The only thing I'll really miss if I don't get stuff is if it's a rare spell or rare piece of equipment. Especially named or something that's not easy to find, like ebony armor. Ooh. Azura Dagger of Dawn. Azura Guardian Armor. Okay, we're taking that stuff. Did we just get another Keating? Absorb 10 points of health, except it's not as good as Keating because it has an enchantment bar. It's interesting though that now we have two of them. Not that many, but still interesting. Magicka, Sphere. I like how they're all open. Definitely brings an interesting thought process to the situation that the Mercer Frey guy literally left everything here, even though it was all open. open and just took one item. Like, makes you wonder how powerful children can be. We will be taking the blade. Like I said, though, we're kind of waiting to pick up that last. Azura Dagger of Dusk. Armor of Dusk. Interesting. So Dawn and Dusk. I don't know if Azura has anything to do with Dawn and Dusk. I think her carrying a moon and a sun might be the thought process there, but I don't know if that actually has anything to do with her being Dawn and Dusk. Alright, we're gonna hit the save again. Alright, let's take a look at these items, this stuff now. So we have the Dawn, we have the Dusk. Paralyze the target for 2 seconds. That's not bad. And then Azura's Blade. An ancient blade. Oops. An ancient blade which crafting techniques have been lost to the ages, although it's rumored that to have a sister blade, but its location is unknown. I know where its sister blade is. So is it not enchanted? Huh. It's just super rare. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is that attack damage legit? Holy moly! 83 attack damage on a single sword. Holy crap. I can enchant it. There's something to be said about the fact that I want to enchant a super rare item. Dawn and Dusk. Interesting. Anything to say, Azura? You're just going to let me walk out of here with all this stuff? Feeling that's not the case. Save. Go to the banner. Whoa. That's Dakatosh. Welcome, Grand Champion. Welcome, Champion of Azura, and to Azura's Banner, the official resting place of you who discover the truth about the Lost City and live to tell the tale. I love long experience since writing this, as I do not think anyone will find the city of Eventual for centuries. I've left the manor in best condition I could have, placed enchantments on all the things in here so they may have to be as the same as I have left them. The dog is nice. Take care of him for me. Oh. I also like the fact that we're getting this Sovereign Guard music. Is it a player home? That's a lot of plants. Hey. Whoa. Okay. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the Sovereign Guard music. Normally you wouldn't hear it till the end of the game. Spoiler. This way, maybe? Open to Skyrim. Wait a minute, what? How did we get back to Skyrim? Doors managed discovered. Where are we in relation to... Oh, okay, that makes sense. Might have just got a really cool, or another location that is basically like a fortress for Sarah. I'm glad we have the key, because I didn't realize we had the key, and it would have been really annoying if I had to go through that whole place again just to get back inside here. It's over here. Is this the bedroom? This is the eating area. This place is freaking amazing. I like it. I kind of wish I had gotten a little bit more interactive lore. I know I didn't read a lot of stuff, so I know that there could have been a lot more I could have read. Chef material. That might come in handy later. Something, 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 spoiler, something, something, something. Is cool. I like this place. It's really neat. Go back inside. I guess we found I guess we got a house out of the whole deal. It's not bad. Did I get finished this? Yes. Seems like a place for a personal cook and a food. Right. Left. I love this friggin' music. Very nice. Again, another situation of like, it's not probably never gonna be better than Clockwork Castle, but it's definitely doing pretty. Oh, okay, that's a bonus. 8, 5. So it's got all 9, and it's got Meridia. Got another chest over here, which is probably for more enchanting stuff. Archmage's robes and boots. What? Is it just literally a copy of the Archmage's robes and boots? That's hilarious. Gray robes. Hooded red robes, hooded black robes. Soon's armor. Wait a minute. Weird. Couple of bookshelves. Probably just with rando books in them. Okay. Alright, let's go to the... So that's dusk. Side. That was the entrance. We'll go into this area next. Aha! Here's the bedroom. I was wondering where it was. Hey, Sadogi! Hi, Piccolo. Where's the guy? Oh, I can't. Oh, darn it. I was hoping I could have him follow me. That's alright. And then an armory with all the equipment, somewhere to eat. Ooh, I like this. I don't know why I like having a big map of Skyrim, but I love having a big map of Skyrim. We have a bath. That's nice. Just got like a Debella here. That's cool. Oh, I probably shouldn't look at Debella's statue for very long. I didn't realize that I didn't realize how detailed she was and how naked she was. Probably should not look at that for very long while recording, or at all. That'd be rude. Barely know Debella. And of course, a forge. I gotta say, that's the one thing I think about the Clockwork Castle mod that I'm not entirely a fan of, is how much the forge doesn't look like a Dwemer forge. Like, the entire rest of the house looks like it's been Dwemerfied. The forge, like, is a major letdown of it. Like, again, I'm not bashing on it. I think like I've said before, I think that the Dwemer house will still be my favorite one, and she'll probably stay there for the majority of it. But I can definitely say that she's definitely got herself a very good secondary house, and this is a very strong fortress. Because if we head back outside, because we're gonna head back outside, I'm gonna try and just poke around this place for the remainder, since I don't want to um, cut this into two parts. Well, I don't want to end this super early, but I also don't know if I want to keep going further. But like, here we are up on top of this like fortress of a palace. Like literally, this place feels like we've got we've got like battlements with like these crossbow bolt things up here that we could fire. These crossbow things we could fire, and then like just battlement after battlement. Like I don't know. Like I'm looking to see, and I don't think we're gonna find it. Of like a way to get up here. Yeah, like no, this is like sheer cliff. Like this is great. This is a great place to consider her for another good fortress for her for taking over Skyrim as a whole. Question is, which way are we facing? I think we're facing. I think that's the throat of the world. I think we're just looking at it from another angle. So going down there is tempting. Because what is that down there? The Great Lift of Owlfront. So that's one of the Great Lifts, which leads down into Blackreach. Oh, that's hilarious. It's tempting to go down there, but I don't know if I get back up here. Let's give it a shot. An ebony helmet. An ebony mace. Zarin's Blink. There we go. Like, she's the only one I can think of that would be able to get up here pretty easily because of her magic. Like, this is a great place to consider for a base in Skyrim. Another base in Skyrim. Like, this is a good, like, she has a location here. Like, you could probably make your way up here if you could make your way up to this part. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a way to get up here if you try hard enough, but I think, like, Sarah would eventually, like, have, like, soldiers, like, guarding the ramparts up here and, like, have, like, groups of people working for her eventually. Or, like, use her magic to summon up things to fight for her. Elsewhere Fondue. Magicka regeneration 24% faster for 120 seconds. Magicka is increased by 100 points for 720 seconds. Nice. That's pretty good. I wonder if I could make that. That's actually relatively good. Although she already has like basically infinite destruction magic. I think it's just destruction magic. So that's probably something I should talk about, since it is something that I guess would be a consideration. Is what is Sarah's overall goal? Like, what is she doing here in Skyrim? What has her goal become here in Skyrim? If she's just going after power, what would satisfy that? What would keep her from thinking, "Oh, I'm done. I've had enough." Well, obviously that the biggest answer there is Sarah will never be satisfied with the amount of power she has, because she has she's going to have that everlasting thirst for it. Pun not intended, because she's also a vampire right now. But I think that one of the big things is that she's going to keep looking for more. I highly doubt she's ever going to be satisfied. Like, even having this place doesn't make her satisfied. Even having Clockwork Tower doesn't make her satisfied. Even having everything that she has so far. What is that? Is that like Whiterun? Like seeing like a building off there in the distance, and I can't tell what it is. Huh, weird. But while we talk about this, I'm going to head back to Clockwork Castle real quick using the teleportation. Um, but yeah, I think that she is getting to that point in her life where she wants more power. Like she doesn't feel satisfied with the amount of power she has, and she wants more. Yes. Keep that, keep that, keep that, keep that. Those can go in there. That can go in there. Those can go in there. Those can go in there. That 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 can go in there. Um, we're going to put a lot of these arrows in there just in case we turn back on survival mode eventually. We're gonna put that in there. We're gonna put that in there. We're gonna put that in there. We're gonna put that in there and there. But the big thing that I think that her goal is just gaining more power right now. She has a couple of things she wants to deal with. The Dark Brotherhood is definitely a big one. Um, looking for more artifacts and more rare stuff is a big one as well. Um, I think she's also got an obsession with anything of what she considers interest. So things like keep the Dusk armor, keep the Guardian armor. Um, we can put these in there for now. Put that in there. We can put that in there. Put that in there. We can 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 put that in there. But her big thing right now is collecting like anything she thinks is interesting. So armor, weapons, um, of knowledge. Um, oh wait, no, I didn't want to put Rogot in there. Let's get Rogot back out real quick. Um, A B C F G H I J K L M N O P where's Rogot? No, that's not. It's in here. R Rogot. She definitely has an obsession with power, and she's definitely aiming to gain more power. Um, as far as her ending goals, she doesn't have any right now. She doesn't know what would be the end. If I wanted to keep it as simple as what is her current main goals, working with the Dark Brotherhood, um, figuring out what to do about the Civil War, because the Civil War has become something of an interest of hers. Not because she wants the Stormcloaks to win, not because she wants the Empire to win, but that she just wants the war to be over. She doesn't like the people dying. She doesn't like how much damage it's doing to Skyrim. So she's wanting to end the war just to be done with all of that. Not even because she's a nice person, just because of the fact that she doesn't like the constant death. She does want to go to Solstheim eventually and figure out what's up with these cultists. That's a big one for her. Figuring out what's going on with the vampires is a big one. Discovering anything of use that as far as things that could be like used to unlock more of her potential. She knows that she doesn't have full power over Magicka, even though she has the Book of Aetherius. Armor of the Moon, Armor of the Sun. Nope. We can put that one in there. Put that in there. Put those in there. Put that in there. That can go in there. Those can go in there. That can go in there. That can go in there. As far as finding a family, again, I don't know. I think she might adopt kids eventually, but she doesn't have anywhere. She doesn't really have an interest in that right now. And again, she's not a bad person. I would not say she's evil. I would say that she is very driven in her own desires. So I don't think that it's something to do with being. I don't think that she's been turned evil by all of this. I think she's just very much driven in her own desires. So it's definitely one of those things of like, yeah, she's probably not going to ever, probably never going to have Probably not going to be considered a good person to most people, but it's mostly just because her desires are pushing her down that route right now. I would not put her as an evil. I would not classify her as an evil character. All right, we're gonna go ahead and send the rest of this to the mage's study, because that's where it all goes the first time, and then I usually take it all out. I go through and get rid of the stuff. What we are going to do today is I'm probably going to pause the recording temporarily after I put this armor away, because that's what we're currently doing right now, is I'm taking the armor from the dawn and the dusk, and I'm putting that in here, because I do think that that stuff should go in here. But then we're going to take the Book of Elemental Power, and we're going to go do the last part of that, so I can stop dealing with having it in my inventory and dealing with it being a problem. So there, dusk, boots, gauntlets, and helm. And then we can put the guardian stuff in here, which is Azura herself has endowed this armor with her boon. Don't know what that means. Increases stamina. Can swim underwater without drowning. Interesting. And of course we have Rogot's mask. We have the ring. Oh. Apparently we put the other ring away. Well, that's fine for now, I guess. Actually, let me check something real quick. I want to see what the chest plate of this one is. Carry weight of the world with you. Carry the weight of the world with you. Wait a minute. If this increases my carry weight, I might carry these boots with me. The weight of the world is 50. Good to know. Good to know. I was under the impression that the weight of the world was a lot heavier than 50. This is where somebody points out the fact that I already have 74 here, so like the weight of the world is actually like is like 125, which is usually a lot, but I have the broken Ring of Ancients on. Put Azura's ring on. I mean, not Azura's ring. We could put what the? Oh, that's a copy of the Argument Infinium. Nice. And the Dwemer Lexicon. A couple of things have been added here. What's this? Oh, the Ring of Piercing. Nice. I do like seeing the stuff added to this slowly. Oh. The companions present this gift to the Harbinger, who brought about a restoration of the mighty Wuthrad. Nice. I just like how that's the picture behind it. That's very cool. And then we have this one, which is we the Greybeards recognize thee as Dovahkiin. Anything else? I actually did not know about that one. Oh. Let's see if there's anything in this one. Here's the Tenets of the Dark Brotherhood. Although I don't know if that's because of us joining the Dark Brotherhood or if that's always been here. I think it's always been here. I could always go back and check when we first started exploring the house, but yes. I think these are the original Archmage robes. Yes, they are. That's the Oblivion mannequin. This is all stuff from like Aetherius, I think. But yeah. Alright, let's go throw the blade and daggers that we got from from the Azura Manor into our main bedroom. I was gonna say main office, but this is definitely, well, it's kind of like an office and a bedroom, because that's my office over there and that's my bedroom. But we're gonna throw the daggers and blade into here. Why I kept them, because I did not want to leave them just laying around. Thirst for blood is very strong. Yeah, we'll go do some blood hunting later. And with that, we have, like I said, we finished this. We're gonna head back to Azura's Manor, and then once we get back to Azura's Manor, we're going to then I'm then going to take a break. I will be right back. I'm gonna go find out where the last thing for somewhere over here, I think, which is the last place for the Book of Elements, and then once we do that, we will then continue on. But I will see you guys in a second. Alright, so we have figured it out. I figured it out. It is at the Four Skull Lookout bandit camp over here. So we're going to go to Blind Cliff Cave and then work our way there in order to do the final in order to do this final bit so that we can be done with that book so that I no longer have to worry about it falling out of my inventory whenever I go to my house to sort my stuff. Because that's one reason why I haven't sorted my stuff in a while, is because every time I click that, the book will go into one of the bookcases, and then I have to go around trying to find it. So in order to fix that, we're going to go take care of this today. Right now. If I can figure out how to get that there. Yep. Gonna finally find a way to walk around to this, but not want to take that long. I think we also have to kill a bandit leader here for a bounty. Back to Elemental Blast. I didn't want to hit him. Really? Doesn't work. I wanted fresh blood. Here. There we go. Forgot that we had to be crouching in order to drink blood from people. Notice this guy has a name. Let's check his inventory just to make sure he doesn't have anything useful. And he does. He has a journal. Let's read the journal real quick, because usually this might be an unmarked quest. Some other day, me... So, the other day, me and the boys robbed a caravan full of monks. Real easy, except there wasn't any loot, but one monk, he was a squirrely type, put a knife to his throat, and he sang like a Nernroot. The monk tells us there's a secret component in the carriage. We pop it open and find the shiniest set of weapons and armor I've ever seen, laid eyes upon. The kind you have to squint to look at it. Huh. Okay then. Need. Sure, we're completely full on blood. Oh. Hello. I make reference to this mod enough, apparently I summoned it. Didn't realize there was a mod installed that that added Knights of Nine stuff. Hello, Knights of Nine. Is this going to be what brings Sarah back to her consciousness? Probably not, but we'll see. We got Shield of the Crusader, Boots of the Crusader, Armor of the Crusader, Gauntlets of the Crusader, Helm of the Crusader, and Sword of the Crusader. Cake. Is this just the normal Knights of Nine stuff? Nope. Apparently this is also stuff of the Crusader. Oink. And then finally, we'll place this here and... I have to use sparks. There we go. Let's try reading it and see what happens. Oh, there we go. New spell learned, Firestorm. I didn't want to do that. Now, we have the power of Firestorm. Basically just a burst of fire outward from us. It is kind of weird that I can keep this up, even though, as far as I can tell, it doesn't do anything. Yes, now she has the power to cast the power of Firestorm, which is a area of effect, destruction level, master level spell. Which we will be heading back to, the college now. I'm quite literally just gonna pop over there real quick. Oh wait, no, not there. Back over to the college real quick. Mostly so I can see if I can talk to, your deity has abandoned you. To prevent this, respect their tenets and avoid their taboos, and pray often. You can follow the deity again at their shrine. Oh. Was that because of, Mehrunes? Or not Mehrunes, Dagon, yeah. What's his name? Abandoned us? No biggie. We're gonna go get the blessing of Magnus, as I don't feel like doing Hermaeus Mora anymore. I'm guessing that we probably don't need to go find her, since it didn't update the quest log. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to get our blessings with Magnus, which thankfully we know that is at the shrines of the ancestors. Which we have Jeffrey, Hyanester, Magnus, except Magnus. We're back to following the powers of Magnus. Okay, and good. We are back up to 108, apparently, for our devotion to Magnus, which is probably just because of the fact that we lost a little bit of devotion to him for a while from switching over to Hermaeus Mora. But we still have our devotee to it, which works for me. You are not my Dwemer horse. You're the horse from the underground, aren't you? I think he's got a long face because we got to finish the episode. But we have finished the Azura Caves. Apologies if I didn't do the mod justice, thanks to just kind of flying through it without reading any of the books. Just not one for reading. Kind of did a little bit of talking about what Sarah's overall goals are. Obviously, completing some of these quests is going to be a big one. We still got to kill these two people for the Dark Brotherhood, which we're probably going to do soon. Collecting the pieces of Mehrunes' razor is also important. If we can ever figure out how to get the Arms of Chaos working, we might do the Arms of Chaos. Obviously, anything to do with the World Gate is no longer being done while on this because of the copyrighted music. I apologize for that. Going back to going to get the Horn of Younger Windcaller from the person is is also important, but not currently my focus. The Dragonborn, obviously traveling to Salstein. We're going to be doing that eventually. We might eventually take care of a few of these other ones. We do want to go back to our farm eventually. We're probably actually going to do that right now. But obviously doing the quest lines are important. I do want to do the Dark Brotherhood quest line before we go to the Civil War or before we join the Thieves Guild. The Civil War is part of the storyline reasons. And the Thieves Guild is because of something that the leader of the Thieves Guild says late in the missions. But we will be doing those eventually. Hello, Gulder.
You a wizard or something?
You know I am. Any profits?
Very good, ma'am.
That's not bad. Basically 2 horses.
Something?
I would like to get livestock eventually. New furnishing for the house?
What room would you like me to furnish?
Replace my library? No, never mind.
Very good, ma'am. Yes?
We probably can't get livestock until we build the place to keep the livestock, for obvious reasons. So we might do some work on this eventually, because we need to get the animal pens, which needs firewood and nails. We need firewood, nails, and straw for the apiary, and then building a stable takes firewood and nails. I might get some firewood and nails between now and the next episode, but we might be doing these for the next episode just to get some more of this farm up and running. As far as the why we're doing that, basically for money income, Sarah will need money. Even though we won't need it in game, RP wise, she will need money because she'll need to buy supplies and material for anything she wants to do. But yeah. Hopefully our growth here in Skyrim can continue without much of a problem. 1 second. Sorry, had to sneeze. But I have been the Seven Swords. Sarah's continuing her growth in Skyrim and establishing herself, but we will see what she does with all of this power and all of these resources in the future. I hope you all have enjoyed it, and I hope you all come to see the next one. Talk to y'all later. Bye.